Hello and welcome back. I'm Steve, and over the past decade, I've traveled the world to more than 100 countries, hundreds of cities, and all continents. After my first couple of international trips, I discovered the real world, in many cases, looked very different than the digitally enhanced pictures I'd viewed on the internet. At first, I was disappointed, often feeling like I'd wasted both time and money because what I saw didn't match the pictures I'd seen. Thankfully, I didn't stop traveling. And on one trip to Venice, Italy, I decided to break off the tourist rope line. That was the day I evolved from being a consumer of travel and discovered the real world. From that day forward, I traveled for enrichment, adventure, knowledge, and humanity rather than just shuffling through tourist sites. I still see the big tourist attractions, but now I see them in the context of the people, history, flavors, and life that created them. So before you spend your time and money flying around the world in search of an enhanced picture, you should see what it's like without a filter. And if you're not interested or unable to travel, I hope you enjoy seeing it through my eyes. Today, we're visiting Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Malaysia is a country located in Southeast Asia. It borders Thailand to the north, Singapore to the south, the Strait of Malacca on the west, and the South China Sea to the east. With a population of approximately 1.8 million, Kuala Lumpur is the capital. It's a modern city with a skyline dominated by the glass and steel-clad Petronas Twin Towers. There are 4 sites that you may be interested in seeing during your visit. They are the Sultan Abdul Samad Building, the Kuala Lumpur Railway Station, the Petronas Twin Towers, and the Batu Caves. The Sultan Abdul Samad Building was originally built in 1897 to house the British Colonial Administration or government offices. It wasn't until 1974 the name was changed to Sultan Abdul Samad, the reigning sultan during the building's construction. Today, the building houses several Malaysian government agencies, including the Ministry of Tourism and the Federal Court of Malaysia. Completed in 1910, the Kuala Lumpur Railway Station consists of a main terminal building and 3 platforms. A landmark of Kuala Lumpur is the Petronas Twin Towers. Completed in 1996, they were the tallest buildings in the world until 2004, when they were passed by Taipei 101. To learn more about Taipei 101 and discover where you can find, in my opinion, some of the world's best soup dumplings, check out my video on Taipei. The Petronas Towers stand 88 floors with a total height of 451.9 meters or 1,483 feet. Petronas, by the way, is the Malaysian oil and gas company. Some of you may recognize the name from the famous Formula One Mercedes-AMG Petronas team. For anybody interested in visiting the tower's observation deck, it's important to keep in mind that although it be located in the tallest building, it doesn't provide the highest view of Kuala Lumpur. How is that possible, you ask? Well, the Kuala Lumpur Communication Tower was constructed in 1996. And is 421 meters or 1,381 feet tall. Although shorter than the Petronas Towers, it stands on a hill 421 meters higher in elevation. As a result, the rooftop observation deck of the Kuala Lumpur Tower is approximately 35 meters higher than that of Petronas. So, if you're interested in the highest panoramic view of Kuala Lumpur, you may prefer visiting the Kuala Lumpur Communication Tower. And while I'm talking about the Petronas Towers, if anybody's interested in shopping, one of Kuala Lumpur's largest shopping malls is conveniently located at the tower's base. Another note, that world-famous coffee chain happens to have a location on the ground floor facing the Kuala Lumpur City Centre Park. The park is 50 acres and offers a kids' playground, walking paths, a wading pool, and choreographed fountain display. I highly recommend grabbing your favorite beverage from the coffee place and just sitting on the patio. It's a great location to stop, breathe, and watch the world go about its daily activity. And if you time it just right, you'll hear the call to prayer. Located 11 kilometers or about 7 miles north of Kuala Lumpur are the Batu Caves. The Malay word Batu translates to English as rock, so in English, the Rock Caves. Formed in limestone, the complex consists of 3 main caves. The biggest is referred to the Temple Cave and features Hindu shrines. As the caves rise 100 meters above the ground, visitors must climb a steep flight of 272 steps. At the base of the stairs is the world's tallest statue of Lord Murugan. The statue stands 42.7 meters or 140 feet tall and is constructed from 1,550 cubic meters of concrete, 250 tons of steel rebar, and 300 liters of gold paint that was imported from Thailand. At the hill's base are 2 more cave temples, the Art Gallery Cave and the Museum Cave. Both feature Hindu statues and paintings. Many of the shrines located at the complex relate to the story of Lord Murugan's victory over the demon Surapadman. Upon arrival, you'll find Kuala Lumpur's airport to be modern, clean, and very efficient. The Kuala Lumpur International Airport Express departs the main terminal and takes approximately 30 minutes to reach downtown. If you're arriving from other Southeast Asia locations, I highly recommend it. If, however, you're arriving from overseas, I always suggest having transportation waiting to transfer you to the hotel. Kuala Lumpur has a tropical climate and weather is pretty constant. Yearly daytime high temperatures average 32 degrees Celsius or 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Yearly lows will average 24 degrees Celsius or 75 Fahrenheit. Kuala Lumpur gets a lot of precipitation. On average, you can expect 215 millimeters or 8.5 inches of rain every month. That number will increase slightly in October and November. An interesting note on rainfall is that Kuala Lumpur receives so much rain that one of their highways has a SMART tunnel. SMART is an acronym for Stormwater Management and Road Tunnel. To solve the problem of flash flooding, the 9.7 kilometer or 6 mile tunnel can be closed and used to divert water away from the city. Another interesting note about Kuala Lumpur is it receives a fairly standard 12 hours of daylight yearly. Although Kuala Lumpur and all of Malaysia is a great place to visit, it's not quite a standalone destination. As a result, I'd recommend combining your visit to Kuala Lumpur with a larger Southeast Asia trip, perhaps as an add-on with Singapore or Bangkok. If you're interested in visiting more Hindu temples, consider combining with Siem Reap, Cambodia, and Yogyakarta, Indonesia. For information on any of the above, you can check out my other videos on YouTube or visit my website at steveevanstravel.com. So that's Kuala Lumpur. As always, if you like this travel video format, I'd appreciate your support by giving it a thumbs up. And most importantly, subscribe to my channel. If you'd like to be notified of my new videos, be sure to click the bell icon. Until next time, I'm Steve, thanks for watching, and remember, ready, set, go.